Hello, everybody. We're going to be doing the 1976 Atlanta 500 at the Atlanta Motor Speedway. The starting lineup, you have Dave Marcus on pole, David Pearson outside pole sitter, the King third, Cale Yarborough fourth, Benny Parsons fifth, Buddy Baker sixth, Cuckoo Marlin seventh, Bobby Allison eighth, Waltrip ninth, Lenny Pond 10th, Dick Brooks 11th, Buddy Arrington 12th, Frank Warner, last week's winner, 13th, JD 14th, Jackie Rogers 15th, Hensley Gray 16th, Grant Adcock 17th, Terry Bivens 18th, Skip Manning 19th, Bruce Hill 20th, Bob Beckman 21st, Jimmy Smut Means 22nd, Neil Bonnet 23rd, James Hilton 24th, Dale Brandt 25th, Richard Childress 26th, Tommy Gale 27th, Ed Nigrin 28th, Jerry Sisko 29th, Jimmy Lee Caps 30th, David Sisko 31st, Cecil Gordon 36th, Austin Bill from Dawsonville 33rd, DK 34th, Walter Ballard 35th, and shotgun to the field, Johnny Utzman. And here we go with Dave Marcus taking us to the green flag. And we have trouble in the middle group and TV driver in the middle. So first up is Skip Manning with a chip from the qualifying. So here we go. A 4, so he'll have to use his chip, a 2 and a 2. So he gets the king with his chip. Goes from 19th up to 3rd, knocking Richard back to 19th. Next up is Frank Warren. And a 3. Passes the gas, a 2 and a 3. And he gets Skip. So Skip doesn't stay up the 3rd very long. Frank Warner, last week's winner, is up to 3rd. And now the trouble will be Buddy Baker. Will have a problem here in the beginning of the race. That's a 42. Brake roll for repair. He's an E. And we're at the beginning and needs a 7 to stay in the race. And he doesn't get it. Buddy Baker in the Budmore 15 car has brake problems and will finish 36th. Hate to see that. I like Budmore and the gang. I don't have any scram set. I have all the NASCAR sets, but I don't have any scram sets. All right, let's see who moves up here. So Bobby will move up to 7th. See who moves up from the back. Bruce Hill will move up. We'll have 35 cars still running after one turn, and already Buddy Baker out of the race with brake problems. Turn 2. We got middle group 3, another problem in the middle group. Let's see who has the problem this time. This time it's Darrell Waltrip. Sure. No, I'm sorry. This time it's Cuckoo, a 14 car. Has a problem. Let's see what problem Cuckoo has. Oil problem roll for repair. He's an E also, so it's going to take 3 for him to survive, and he doesn't. So the 14 car, Marlin, is going to finish 36th. Does not seem to pay to be in this race today for these guys. See who moves up now. Can watch them move up. 5, no. Lenny Pond. A 5, no. A 3 for Dick Brooks. He moves up. And see who moves up in the back. Bob doesn't. Neither does Jimmy. Neither does Neil. So James Hilton moves up. So 2 turns, 2 problems. 2 cars out of the race. Yeah, I got you. How are you doing in your scram season? So we got a middle group. Again, a problem in the middle group. And it's Dick Brooks with the problem this time. A lot of problems here at Atlanta. 54 for Brooks. Bump from the side, internal damage, roll for repair. And again, he's an E. So it's a 3. And Dick Brooks is out of the race. Another Ford out of the race. Junie Donlevy Ford. Not a good day for the Fords. Dick Brooks is now out of the race. Daryl doesn't move up. Lenny Pond does. Yeah, I use sleeves. I got them from clear bags. It makes it so much easier with moving cars. And what I really like about them is I can put TV drivers and you just flip them. Put the TV driver in the back. Makes it so much nicer. You don't have to keep track of 2 different card sets. Well, that's cool. Yep. So turn number 4 coming up. Hopefully we can have a turn with no problem. Nope, not the case. Another problem. And this time it bites DW in the butt. So 4 turns, 4 problems, 4 cars out of the race. Darrell Waltrip now out of the race. This is a race of nutrition. Nobody's able to do nothing but blowing up. See if Jimmy Means can move up. No. Neil Bonnet. No. Daryl Bryant moves up. We've lost 4 cars in 4 turns. Atlanta's taking its toll on the equipment. Turn number 5. Middle group, trouble. Jeez, you Pete's. Trouble in the middle group. First up is Arrington. Needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. Manny needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. JD needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. Rogers needs a 6 to escape. Doesn't get it. Gray needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. Adcox needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Bivens needs a 5 to escape. Sorry, a 6. Doesn't get it. The King needs a 6 to escape. Doesn't get it. Bruce Hill needs a 5 to escape. Doesn't get it. James Hilton needs a 7. Gets it. Bob Beecham needs a 5. Doesn't get it. Daryl Bryant needs a 5. Doesn't get it. We'll go to the back group. Got the big one already. Means doesn't escape. Neil Bonnet, 5, doesn't escape. Childress, 6, does escape. Gale needs a 5, escapes. Ed doesn't escape. Cisco Gary with a 5, doesn't escape. Jimmy Lee doesn't escape. Jeez, you Pete's. David Cisco does make it through. Cecil Gordon makes it through. Bill Elliott, awesome Bill from Dawsonville, makes it through. DK makes it through. Ballard makes it through. And last one's Utzman doesn't make it through. How many cars is involved in this? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17 cars involved in this melee. See how many of them can repair. It's the beginning of the race. Needs a 7, Usman does. Gets it, stays in the race. Jimmy Lee doesn't stay in the race. 26 car will finish 32nd. Caps. Next up is Jerry Cisco in the 95 car. Makes it through. Ed in the 8 car doesn't make it through. 8 car cannot repair. Ed will finish 31st. Neil Bonnet up next. Doesn't make it through. The 12 car Neil Bonnet finishes 30th. Member of the Alabama gang. Yeah, it sure was. Ridiculous. Jimmy Smut Means makes it through. Daryl Bryant makes it through. Bob doesn't make it through in the 91 car. Bob Beecham out of the race. Finishes 29th. Bruce Hill doesn't make it through in the 47 car. Now the King. Can the King make it through? No. Richard Petty, the 43 car, out of the race. Finishes 27th. Big blow for Richard and the points. Terry Bivens doesn't make it through in the 30 car. Grant Atcox makes it through. Gray makes it through. Jackie Rogers makes it through. JD doesn't make it through. 70 of McDuffie out of the race, finishing 25th. Skip Manning doesn't make it through in the 92 car. And the last driver, Buddy Arrington, Doesn't make it through in the 67 car. Arrington out of the race, finishing 23rd. That leaves us with 22 cars in the race. It takes us to turn 8 for the pit stops. Let's see. We'll have both middle and top, 2 and 6 switch. Alrighty, see who can have some fast pits here. Dave Marcus needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Dave Pearson needs a 7. Gets it. Lenny Pond needs a 6. Doesn't get it. Yarborough needs an 8. Gets it. Benny Parsons gets it. Bobby Allison doesn't get it. Frank Warner gets it. James Hilton doesn't. Childress doesn't. Adcock with a 3 gets a 3. Nice pit stop for those boys. Bryant doesn't. Gordon doesn't. Elliott doesn't. DK doesn't. Ballard doesn't. Rogers doesn't. Gray doesn't. Gale does with a 3. No, Gale's a 2, doesn't. Sitco, no. So, drivers move up. And only one in the middle group moves up. Let's see if anybody can beat Dave out of the pits here. A 6 and a 2. Bobby Allison gets him. Takes over the lead after the pit stops. 2 car Bobby Allison gets the lead here on turn 8. Turn 9, we got a middle group, number 5 car challenging. We'll go after, he's a 3 and a 2. They won't. Ain't worth it. Stay in the race. Another challenge. They won't do it. Again, to stay in the race. Too many cars has fallen out, they say. We got a top group, and it is trouble in the top group and a problem because it's doubles. Here we go again. Sure. Bobby needs a 6 to escape. Gets it. David needs an 8, but he has a chip. Gets it. Benny needs an 8 and has a chip. Doesn't get it, but uses his chip. Yarborough needs an 8. Has a chip. Needs to use it. Warner needs an 8, but has a chip. Doesn't need to use it. Lenny Pond with a 6. Doesn't need escapes. Last one is Dave Marcus. Makes it through. So everybody made it through the wreck. And now, who has the problem? And it's Dave Marcus. What's the problem? 55. Odd problem. 36. Radio problem. Drop to the end of the bottom group. At least he stays in the race. Atkins doesn't move up. Hilton does move up. And Jimmy Means moves up. Turn 12 here in Atlanta. We got the 6 car, Hilton. He will go after Benny in the duel. So here we go. Gets him. Gets a chip. Now see if Benny can make it through. Needs an 8 to escape. And gets it. Okay. Turn. We got a middle group with a star. Middle group star. Nobody in the middle group is star. Sure. No stars in the middle group. Turn number 14. Middle group control. Cisco. David. 146. So Frank uses his chip and holds him off. Tommy Gale. 356. Gets Lenny Pond, goes from 17th up to 6th. Rogers. No. DK. No. Gordon. No. And Adcox with a chip. 513. Doesn't get him. See if David and him uses their chips. No, they keep their chips. Turn 15. We got a bottom group. Heat. Heat in the bottom group. Usman first up. 49 cars. No, with the 6. Last one, Cisco. A 2, yes. Even. 3 and a 5. He gets Bill. Goes from 20th up to 12th. Turn 16. We got a duel, the 5 cars. Lenny Pond will try. He'll try for 9th against Childress. 5, he doesn't get it. Needs a 6 to stay in the race. It's not the wreck. He does wreck, so that'll bring out a caution. See if he can stay in the race. Still in the beginning of the race, needs a 7. Gets it, stays in the race. So that'll take us to turn 18 with the caution. And it'll be pit stop time. Okay. And it'll be TV drivers and 2 and 5 switch spots. 2 and 5. 2 and 5. And just TV drivers with fast pit opportunity. David needs a 7. Doesn't get it. Frank Warner needs a 5. Doesn't get it. See if anybody beats Bobby out of the pit. And it's a 3 car. So Yarbrough beats him out of the pits. Yarborough gets the lead here on turn 18 and the 11 car Junior Johnsons. And here we go, turn 19. We got another duel. The 5 cars is Cecil and Bryant. They won't try it. Both of them's 3s. I don't think either one of them have high escapes. No. Turn 20. Middle group. Trouble in the middle group again. Here we go. What a crash and trouble fest race this is. Adcock needs a 5, but he does have his chip. He needs to use it. Childress with a 6 is involved in the wreck. Gray with a 5 makes it through. Sitco with a 6 doesn't make it through. His brother Jerry with a 5 doesn't make it through either. DK with a 7 makes it through. Ballard with a 5 doesn't make it through. Rogers with a 6 doesn't make it through. Bryant with a 5 doesn't make it through. Gordon with a 6 doesn't make it through. Jimmy Means with a 5 doesn't make it through. Bill needs a 5 or lower, doesn't make it through. We'll go to the bottom group. Usman needs a 7. Doesn't get it. David needs a 5. Gets it. Lenny Pond needed a 6 and gets it. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 10 cars involved this time. Jeez, you Pete. Let's see if they can make it through. We're now in the middle. So they need a 5 to stay in the race. Usman does not make it through. 49 car finishes 29th. Next up is Awesome Bill from Dawsonville. Doesn't make it through. He'll finish 21st in the 9 car. Jimmy Smut Means in the 52 car. Doesn't make it through. Next up is Cecil Gordon in the 24 car. Doesn't make it through. He'll finish 19th. So we no longer have a bottom group. Now we're losing cars in the middle group. Bryant in the 50 car. Doesn't make it through. Yes, it will be a race of elimination. Oh, you like Lenny Pond? I always liked him too. He's cool. Roger doesn't make it through in the 60 car. Ballard in the 30 car doesn't make it. My favorite driver is old David Pearson. I love the Silver Fox. Gary Cisco makes it through. Doesn't make it through, sorry. It's a 6. Needed a 5 in the 95 car. Can his brother David make it through? No. 05 car out of the race. Last one, Richard Childress doesn't make it through in the 3 car. 12 cars still running in the race. And we haven't even reached the halfway point yet. Turn 23. Like I say, just short of the halfway point of the 50 turn race. 6 card, Benny Parsons is going to try for Tommy Gale. Gets him. Gets a chip. Gale needs a 5 to escape. And doesn't get it. That'll bring out a caution, and he's going to be after Benny at the end of this race. See if he can stay in the race. Needs a 5. He does stay in the race. Everybody moves up with a caution. Turn 25. Cross flags around halfway. Here we go. Turn 25. Nobody's in the bottom group. Turn 26. Nobody's in the bottom group. Now pit stops. And it'll be TV drivers 2 and 5 switch. 2 and 5. And it'll just be TV drivers. There is no 5 in the middle group to switch. So first up will be David. See if he can get another chip. A 7. Yes, he does. Earns his second chip, looking good. And Frank Warner with an 8 doesn't get one. Let's see if anybody can beat Junior Johnson's team out of the pit here. A 6 and a 4, no. Adcock could not beat him out. All right. Turn 28. If Yarborough keeps the lead after this turn, he'll earn a chip for leading 10 laps. 10 turns, rather. We got a top group of Smart. First one up is Adcock. Yarborough is smart, so it'll take a 6 to beat him. 5 and a 1, no. Benny with the chip, so Benny will get the lead as long as he don't roll triples. And a 5 and a 6. And Benny gets him without using his chip. Benny Parsons in the 72 car gets the lead here on turn 28. Next up is Frank Warner. Again, it will take a 6 to beat Benny. 3 and a 1, no. And James Hilton is smart. Benny got to keep his chip. Didn't need to use it. And James Hilton is double smart. So it'll take a 6 to beat him. But he's got a chip. So he'll use his chip this first time to get rid of Benny's chip. And now have a second shot at him with a 6. A 5 and a 5, he doesn't get him. And David's double smart also. Again, it takes a 6 to beat him. So we'll see what happens here. A 5 and a 3 doesn't get him on the first try. Give him one more try before using the chip here. And a 3 and a 2, so I have to use one of his chips, and the Silver Fox takes the lead in the Woods Brothers 21 car. Here on turn 28, just biding his time like he always has. Stayed there in second for a while. Out in the lead with a chip. Turn 29, no bottom group. Turn 30. Middle group, Skill. Anybody got Skill back here? Lenny Pond, here you go. Lenny Pond with a 5. No, he's a 4. Doesn't make it. And he was the only one with skill in the middle group. Turn 31. We have a duel of 10. There is no 4 cars in the middle group. Another duel of 6. Adcox with a 3 and a 5. He isn't going to try it. He's going to be happy being in the top 10. He isn't trying to wreck. Top group of control. David doesn't have control, so it'll take a 5 or 6 to beat him. Adcox with a chance for the lead. But David does have a chip. A 5 and a 2. That's not going it. Yarborough coming after him. A 4 and a 6. So David will have to use his chip to defend him off. Frank Warner with 2 chances at him. A 4 and a 1. No, he's a 3. A 5 and a 2. No. James Hilton 2 chances at David. A 6 and a 3. No. A 1 and a 6. James Hilton takes over the lead from the Silver Fox here on turn 33. 48 car gets the lead. And it'll take a 6 to beat James Hilton here with Benny. 2 and a 5. He doesn't get him. On turn 34. And we got a middle group of heat. Heat plus double. So we got a problem in the middle group plus heat. We'll do the heat first, which there is nobody. And Tommy Gale blows up the 64 car. He'll finish 12th. Turn 35. We got a duel, and it's the 4 car. And Frank Warren, he's not going to take a chance either. He's only a 3 gas. Next up, turn 36. We got a middle group of reflex. Lenny Pond, another shot for Lenny. Yeah, they sure do. That's for sure. Lenny Pond with a 115 gets Benny, goes from 11th up to 2nd. Next up is Dave Marcus with a 166, gets Atkins, goes from 10th up to 7th. DK with a 336 gets Bobby Allison, goes from 9th up to 4th. A lot of movement. Gray in the 19's double reflex could take the lead. A 214, 1, 2, 3. He gets Lenny Pond, goes from 8th up to 2nd, and has a shot at the lead here. And Hilton does not have reflex, so it's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, or 6 gets him. But he rolls a 3, and Gray's only a 2. Doesn't get him. Sure. Turn 37, pit stop. Middle group, 3 and 6 switch. There is no 6. So the middle group here. Lenny Pond needs a 6 to get a chip. He gets it. Allison needs a 6 to get a chip. Doesn't get it. Atkins with a 3. Doesn't get it. And Benny with an 8. And he gets it. Alrighty, can anybody beat James Hilton out of the pits here? And a 1 and a 6, that ain't happening. On to turn 38. We got a middle group with star, and there is no stars in the middle group. Turn 39. We got a top group of star. David Pearson needs a 4, 5, or 6 to get him. See if David can get the lead back. A 2-2, nope. And David was the only star in the top group. Turn 40. Eight. 6 cars in the middle, don't have any. 4 dual. Turn 41. Top group and control. DK takes a 1, 2, 3, 4. Takes a 6 to beat him. Here comes DK after him. 5 and a 1, no. Yarborough coming after him. 6 and a 5 the wrong way. Frank Warner 2 chances at him. 6 and a 6, not that time. A 1 and a 6, Frank Warner gets him. Frank takes over the lead here on lap turn 41. 79 car, last week's winner. Takes a 5 or 6 to beat Frank. Dave Marcus with a shot at it. A 1 and a 2, 2 and a 1, no. David does not have control, neither does Gray. So Frank is now your leader here on turn 41. On the 42, we got a middle group with Smart. See if there's any people in here smart. Akin, he's smart. A 1 and a 1 not going to happen. Benny with Smart and a chip. A 5 and 3, 5. He gets Dave 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. He's going to have to use his chip. Darn. Get Dave. That's amazing with a 5. And Lenny's not smart. Turn 43 here. 6 cars in the middle, don't have none. Turn 44. Top group skill. Yarborough going after Warner. And it only takes a 3, 4, or 5. He has no skill and no brake. Here comes Yarborough. A 2 and a 6. Cale gets the lead in the Junior Johnson 11 car. Here on turn 44. Benny Parsons takes a 6 to beat Cale though. 6 and a 6 didn't work. David with 2 chances to get Yarborough. 2 and a 4, not yet. A 6 and a 3, but it's the wrong 6. Turn 45. Oh, cool. Dave is one heck of a good guy. His wing tips and all. Yep. Yeah. He was what NASCAR was all about back in the day. Nowadays, people like him can't do nothing. It's a darn shame. Turn 45. 4 car. James Hilton's going after Gray. Try to get a chip here. A 3. He gets him. And a chip. James Hilton's looking pretty good here. Turn 45. See if Gray can escape. Needs a 5 or less. Doesn't get it. Bring out the caution. Needs a 3 to stay in the race. And he gets it. Stays in the race. but he does bring out the caution. And that'll take us to the pits. Okay. And it'll just be TV drivers, 3 and 5 switch. And Frank Warner and David's the only ones as TV drivers. First up is David, gets a chip. And Frank Warner needs a 5. And he doesn't get a chip. Lenny goes up to 4th. And let's see if anybody can beat Kale out of the pits. The 2 car and a 5. David beats him out of the pits and gets the lead. The Silver Fox will turn 47 with a chip, gets the lead. The Wood brothers do their job, man. Glenn and the boys. Leonard. Here we go. 3 turns to go. Top group of a 6 skill. It takes a 6 to beat David. Plus he has a chip. First up is Benny. A 3 and a 3, no. Next up is Lenny with a chip. A 6, no. Let's see if they use their chips. No, they don't. Next up is Yarborough. A 5 and a 5, nope. And James does not have skill. 2 turns to go. We got trouble with doubles and another skill check. Skill again. So here we go. A 3 and a 4, no. Lenny with another shot at him with the chip. A 6 and a 5, no. Do they use their chips? This time they use their chips. And now Yarborough with a shot at David. And he gets him a 5 and a 6. Yarborough takes the lead here on turn 49. David setting him up for a last turn pass. And Hilton does not have a chip. And Dave Marcus, Gray, 19 of Gray has a problem. See what kind of problem he has. A 26. Electrical problem, roll for repair, so he's out of the race. 19 car will finish 11th. And white flag, last turn. See what happens here. And we got a duel, but it is 6 cars in the middle. So that is it. That is your race. Carol Yarborough wins at Atlanta. That'll be his 3rd win of the year. Yarborough driving for Junior Johnson. James Hilton in the 48 car finishes 2nd. And David in the 21 car finishes 3rd for the Woods brothers. I thought he was going to win the race when he had that chip up there. Lenny Pond with a good finish. Finishes 4th. Another good finish here for DK Urick in the 40 car. Last week's winner, Frank Warner, finishing in the top 10 with a 6th place finish. And our points leader right now, 72 of Benny Parsons, finishing 7th. I'm not sure how far Yarborough is back in 2nd. He might be close to the lead. Dave Marcus, our pole setter, finishes 8th. Bobby Allison, just with a quiet day, finishes 9th. And the last car still running, finishing 10th, is the 41 of ATCOM. Give me 1 second, Jersey, and I'll show you a packet of them. At B1XNF is the SKU number if you want to order them that way from Clear Bags. There's 100 in a pack. I ordered like I think it's 5,000 you get for like, I forget how much, but you can order them 100, 1,000, 5,000, and each time the more you order, the cheaper they are. But yeah, they are real nice. I love them. Like I say, makes it real nice to move them around on the mat, and I especially like being able to keep track of the TV drivers and the regular card all in one. Makes it so nice. Well, I hope y'all enjoyed the race, and might do some more again tomorrow. Y'all have a good evening. Oh, you're welcome. Not a problem, man. And have a good evening. God bless and take care.